Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today, I just wanted to show you guys something really freaking cool. This is exactly the ideal branding that you want when launching on Amazon, and this brand, within 30 days of launching, 30 days, listen to that, 30 days, are already making 60 grand in revenue. And I'm going to teach you today how they did it, everything part of it, so you know, and you can have the framework to take with you when you get started on Amazon and launching a brand, not a stupid product that Chinese will just price cut you all the way down for. But without further ado, like and subscribe, and let's get right into it. All right, guys, so the market is actually bird food. Funny enough, it doesn't seem like an actual market that you would start a brand in. It seems kind of old and all that, but that's actually the type of market I look for. I look for an old and boring market that hasn't had much innovation, that's been very dead. You think of bird food, I mean, who do you know that would start a brand in bird food? Funny enough. Let's look at, first of all, the overall revenue in it, right? Look, we're gonna take this from like an outer perspective before I show you the actual brand. So like overall by data, this market looks pretty good. It's a good size market, 1 to 10 million. It's got 9 million in total revenue. What's cool about Helium 10, by the way, I just want to mention this, we can hide sponsored product listings, so it will go down a little bit, but overall, very good revenue. I don't know what the volume trend of this is. Like, yeah, I guess they sell really good over the summer and then a little bit less, but the trend, this is actually a trend I like to see. I don't like to see it straight down to the bottom. I like to see a little bit of a dip, but you can still sell very well in off season. So what I'm seeing, guys, let me show you this listing, right? So a lot of old and boring listings, not in the 2020 type branding. This is all like 1990, early 2000s branding, right? These guys are starting to get it right. 145 reviews, 600 sold. So you could see like these guys are doing pretty good. Like they kind of nailed branding, but these guys went above and beyond, right? So they are called cool birds. Funny enough, right? Their slogan is Flockia, funny enough. And for those who know, they know what that is. But it's a funny, so essentially they, sometimes in order to like be really good at something, you have to break rules, right? And they completely went against so many like ideas of typical branding and were edgy as hell, which is kind of cool. And I really like it. Like Cool Birds, you can see the logo has sunglasses, which is awesome. And they tie their whole branding around it. You know, you can see their slogan. And then I was even talking to my mentor about this, and we were like, the packaging's kind of mid. Like, I don't think it's that amazing of packaging, but I do love the logo and I love the story. What's crazy about this, guys, is they have 44 reviews, right? 44. They launched, let's see when they launched. They launched about a month and a half ago. And look at how their sales rank went, right? Right off the bat, 0 reviews. Within, let's say, a week, they were already on, I would say the first page is probably around 20-ish thousand sales rank. You'll see in the blue, by the way, you'll see sales rank and then their prices. And you could just see their sales rank just kept going more and more down over time. And you want to allow, like when you're launching a brand in general, about a 30-day frame to launch a product, because you have to get your reviews, you have to get a lot of things. And that's why like having influencers, having people to buy on day one from an email list is so important, because it can help speed this process up, right? But not only did they get to 10,000 rank, a sales rank, which is probably like middle of the page, maybe higher, depending on what I've seen on Amazon, they made it all the way to 1,000 rank within, let's say, right here. So that is 1 month, practically a month, right? And everybody else prices so much higher, and I teach you guys this, they price so much higher, $33, right? And let's look at all the other prices, guys. Look at this, $12, $13, $10. They're pricing practically 3 times higher, having practically, look at these guys, 4,000 reviews. Does this not hit you of like how much #1 release in Birdseed? Like this is incredible to see. One other thing we could see in the revenue, 63K. If you want me to calculate in net profit what that is, I would say if they're pricing for this high, their margins are probably around 40 to 50%, I would imagine. So after ads, they're probably doing around 25K in net profit, which is, I would say in that 20K range realistically. It could even be 30, but I'm thinking they're probably doing $4 grand in advertising, maybe 5. And you could see like with their, images, they are just really on par with their branding, funny stuff. I think it's all humor. That's like what they're trying to go after with the bird customer, right? It's all funny stuff. No shells, 5 stars, squirrels hate hot. So it's also like talking about why their product is different. They probably solved a problem with their product being hot and spicy because it scares away squirrels, right? This bird's favorite 100% edible. This is just like funny, man. Flockia, a feed bird. That is freaking funny. Okay, so, and if we like dive into this market, guys, like it is just like a great, it would look saturated to people, right? You see somebody with 3,000 reviews, right? All of these, right? But there's kind of ways to know that you could go into this market and do well. And I could teach this in another video, but I'll kind of teach you guys some hints right now. So if you ever see people having like the lowest price being $10, but people getting away with $35 and making 8,000 orders, or let's say $23, or if you just see somebody getting away with a higher price in an enthusiast market, and the branding's pretty terrible in the market, that kind of tells me that they're a great opportunity. These guys nailed their branding down, right? I would say they could work on a lot of parts of their packaging, but they almost got it. I would say they almost got it. They could have priced for like $30 if they got it right. Also, it comes down to, if your product is actually better than most of the market, right? There's a lot to it. I mean, you could say, hey, we're USA made, so that, but then you could see even $52 people get away with. Obviously, there's probably more bird food, this or that, but I thought I would show you guys this again. I love these types of videos showing you guys people just coming on Amazon in 2025 within a month or two making that much. That could always be you. You just got to get the right amount of knowledge and just keep wanting to learn more and more. And as soon as you have that, your abilities are endless. So hope you guys liked today's video. I have all my affiliates and subscriptions down below if you want to use Helium 10 to find a product. I've used it my whole life. It's how I know about all of this revenue stuff. I got that for about 20 or 30% off. I forgot exactly the number. And if you want to work with me one-on-one, I would love to work with you, whoever you are watching, to help you get started as well. So hope you guys have a good day. Later.